Hello trade pros. In today's video, I'm going to show you what a professional trader looks at on their trading computer and what trading software they use. This software is in every institutional trading desk and every proprietary firm around the globe. This day trading platform is the difference maker. And today I'm going to show you how I use it and how you can get your very own template with all my personal chart settings and configurations. Let's jump right into it. I'm really excited. It's over my shoulder and I'm going to take you into it right now. Let's go. Alright, and here's a look at the CQG terminal itself. CQG is a company that's been around since the 80s, and it stands for Charts, Quotes, and Graphs. This is a software that's used in many institutional trading desks and in proprietary trading companies around the world. So what you're getting here is a professional product to trade like professionals do. You get to see the same information and access the same trading interfaces as a professional traders that earn a living trading on a daily basis. I'm going to walk you through some of my favorite features of CQG, and I'm going to tell you this: the templates for this entire setup are available to our subscribers at TRADEPRO Academy. So when you sign up for the Day Trader Pro or Elite package, you could just jump right into the web page and download the template and have everything set up for you as you see it here. The first thing I want to show you is the charts. CQG has a really powerful platform for their charts, and you could modify and enable them and customize them in any way that you please or choose. The chart that you see here is my levels chart on a daily basis, and I draw levels on it to find areas at which I'd be looking to qualify trades. In today's session, for example, you could see I was looking for along around the 61.25 to 59 area. There are a number of lines here that you could plot, and I've written a custom study to show me overnight levels, the overnight high, the overnight low, the previous day's close, today's open, and the previous day's US session high and low. And these levels give me strong cues or indications of support and resistance. So I absolutely love these charts. They're very powerful. I have a volume profile set up on the right side on my terminal, and on the left, these green and red bars that you see, this is called delta. This is a calculation of the sentiment, the strength of buyers versus the strength of sellers. And when you use them properly, they really help you draw very accurate levels. This is what I absolutely love about CQG, that they give you the tools to be successful, and if you implement them properly, there's literally no reason that you should not succeed with this platform. This is by far the best trading platform. This is the charts feature. One thing you could do, or one of my favorite things about CQG, is the fact that their charts are actually not just time-based. So if you look at here, you're actually seeing a 10-tick chart. And I will show you, if you right-click the top of this bar, you could see the many different options that CQG gives you. You could do candlesticks, line charts, point and figure, tick, T-flows. You could do the range bars, Rankos, deltas, footprints, a whole bunch of bar types. My favorite is the actual tick chart, and this is actually a point and figure reversal chart type. What does it do? Well, first of all, you'll notice that one of these candles are not based on time. This is not a time chart. And if you want to find out why we don't use time, we cover it extensively in our day trading course. But essentially, the market does not care about time. The market only cares about volume and price. Those are the two things that are only relevant, volume and price. Time is a made-up human factor that the market thinks is irrelevant. So there's no need to look at a 5-minute chart, because on a 5-minute chart, you'll see a lot of chop and confusion, whereas the tick chart or the reversal chart type shows you nice clear trends. So when you're getting false breakouts on a 5-minute, on a reversal bar chart, that chop is actually clean. It makes consolidations very clean, and it makes trends very easy to follow and to get on board the right side of the move, because you know where the move is going. Oftentimes on a time chart, you get lost in terms of sentiment. It's hard to see the direction, and you get chopped up on a predictable move sideways from which you could profit. Look how clean this chart is on 10 ticks. Now let's compare the same chart on 5 minutes. I've just went ahead and set it up for you. This is a 5-minute chart, and you can see that it's a lot dicier. I mean, look at this. This is from the overnight session of yesterday. This is today's US session and yesterday's US session. So let's just take a look at the last 2 trading days. You can see the chop and consolidation. This looks like random nonsense and noise. And there is some certain cues you could pick up on, but the majority of this looks confusing. Now, if we close this chart and look at the tick one below it in that same time period, you'll notice how much more clean these moves are, how much more well-defined these levels are, and you'll notice the breaks don't head fake you to a deeper extent. It's very trend-based. So I absolutely love the tick charts. I don't look at time charts at all, and I don't recommend any of the traders do if you have a shot at being successful. Another one of my favorite parts about CQG is the fact that it has these footprint charts on them. And this is where market delta comes into play. Market delta is the originator of the footprint chart type. What this shows you is a look inside the candle. So if you have a look at a candle that was formed in the market, you might be wondering, well, I know that this is the open and the close based on the candlestick, but what actually led to that open and close forming? How was the fight within the candle? So the footprint chart actually takes you to the volume within the candle, and it's a very powerful tool to find levels where you could qualify low risk opportunities to trade with a high profit potential. I absolutely love the footprint chart. We have our custom settings that we've built here at TRADEPRO Academy, and if you look at the footprint chart as entirety, you could see I've written custom levels at which they go green for support, and you'll notice here that this support level comes down, it gets tested, one or two ticks above it, and we just take off. So these are gold charts, and I absolutely love Market Delta for creating these footprints. Thank you, Market Delta. I love this chart type. One other aspect that I love about CQG is the ability to graphically represent your volume from the ladder in a visual interface. There are a lot of programs that do this for you. They're called Order Book. There's an order tracker. There's a number of software out there that do this at a cost, but CQG and Market Delta allow you to do this for free. And here's what it looks like. What you're seeing is a visual overlay of where inventory is on the chart, and this is where there are big bids and offers for traders 10 ticks above and 10 ticks below on the S&P 500. So this is essentially the price ladder overlaid visually onto the chart. The brighter the color, the brighter the white it is, the more inventory there is sitting waiting to trade. These act like targets. They're not to be faded, they're to be traded. So they act like targets and magnets in the price, and they're very helpful day trading, setting targets and setting the direction towards which the market wants to go. Stock markets and primarily futures always move to and through liquidity. It's a very foundational concept, and we dig really deep into that in the day trading course. So I look at this chart beside my regular footprint, and this shows me, first of all, the trade within each candle, which is the footprint itself, the bids, the offers. It shows me the sentiment. As well, on the left, I see if there's buying or selling sentiment. On the right, I see where the inventory is, or the big orders, and that really helps me establish clean entries and low-risk buying and selling opportunities with a high probability of success. Another part about CQG I absolutely love is building these correlation charts. Markets by themselves are not standalone instruments. If you're following the S&P 500, you should be following other markets as well because they correlate to one another. They move in sync. They move lockstep. This ability to track all markets simultaneously gives you signals if one breaks down early on. For example, right here, the yellow line that you're looking at, this is my Dow chart. So you can see the Dow Jones, and the light blue one is the DAX. The Dow and the DAX are currently dropping off, while the S&P 500 and NASDAQ are hanging towards highs. And as you see the Dow and DAX starting to plummet, you could start to reverse your sentiment and look for a short opportunity. Or if you've been long, you could look to take profit from your long trade because the breakdown in the equities markets is taking place. So I love to watch correlations. I got 3 correlation charts on my setup. The first one here shows you equities. So these are different colors, represent different equities. The second chart right here of correlations is my safe haven assets, gold, silver, bonds, and the Japanese yen, which move inverse to equity markets. So when the equities are dropping, you should see these markets climb, and they are in fact doing so this very moment. And then on the right side, I have my 2 indicators I've coded personally. One of them is the greed indicator. So when green's going up, it's a buying opportunity, and fear is the red, it should be going down. They move inversely correlated, and they give us an overarching look of the entire market to see whether fear is going up or greed assets are going up, and that guides how we trade. The next charts down here, you'll see the volume. This is how much is trading within the candle and the delta. There's a more sophisticated way to look at this, but all in all, you want to know Are the sellers pushing prices lower, and are they doing it on volume? And that's all it answers. And I look at this very closely while I'm in a trade or looking to qualify a trade at the same time. On the bottom right, what I have here is my pivot points. So for the day, I start out by looking where price is in relation to the pivot. My R1 levels are red and R2 is a darker red. S1 you can see down here is a green, and S2 below is a darker green. So I love to use the pivots as a directional sentiment indicator, or I love to look at it in terms of levels where the market may stop or where it may be headed towards. They're like stations. The market's a train, and these pivot points for me and resistance and supports calculated off the pivot points are like train stations and where this train is likely to head next and stop. My current day trading setup, I have 4 monitors, and I'm only showing you the one of the 4. This is my central window, if you will, of the cockpit. When I'm looking for trades, I'm primarily looking at this chart, or what you see at the moment with the one right here to the left of it. This chart here is my direction and overall sentiment and where I draw levels, and everything to the right of that helps me qualify a trade. So what I do is I wait for price to hit a level and it start to bottom out, and it suggests to me, yes, the level you've drawn is a good level, therefore now go to the right and qualify a trade. That's when I start looking at footprint, order flow data, volumes, deltas, pivots, market correlations. I'm always looking at this chart and spot checking the right, but the majority of my attention goes right here on this chart, the areas and levels. I follow multiple markets, so it's not just this one. So throughout the day on the left monitor, I have multiple markets that I'm looking at with this exact same chart here, and I have about 6 on the other screen. One of my favorite aspects here of CQG and market delta is this window, and this is your depth of market. This is called the price ladder. What it shows you is the bids and offers on each side, and this is pure order flow trading by looking at this. Market delta and CQG have one of the best trading interfaces aside from trading technologies. However, trading technologies will cost you several $100s, 600 plus at a minimum on a monthly basis. Many traders and proprietary companies will use CQG and market delta for charting and will execute their trades on the front end at trading technologies or TT. However, this depth of market or price ladder or DOM is one of the most powerful in the business. Another thing you could do is set a bracket. So you go bracket mode here, and a bracket means once your order is triggered when you put it on the ladder. If you put one for sale at 66.51, once it goes up there and triggers you, you will automatically have a buy stop placed for your short, which is your stop loss, and a profit taking target. And you can choose to change any one of these parameters by going into trading preferences, and you could go into smart orders, brackets, and for the S&P 500 you can see I have a 6-tick stop loss order with an 8-tick profit taker. That's a generic input that I typically start with for the day. Depending on volatility, I'll adjust my profit taking and target levels, and sometimes I'll pull the profit taking order and manually trail the stop or automatically trail the stop in order to let my profit run. I tend to do that more on a trendy day, and I don't like to do that on a choppy, quieter day. How do I decide that? I look at volume in the morning, I look at levels. Now the fun part, if you sign up to the day trading course or the elite membership, you will actually have access to these templates. There's a 3-screen setup. You literally download the template off of our website, load it into your market delta terminal, and when you launch it, everything is set up for you. All the settings, everything I look at, all the charts you see in front of you right here that I've shown you, and many more will show up, and you just have to rearrange them on your setup. This is one massive benefit for our TradePro subscribers. Sign up and you get a chance to download that template. I hope you've enjoyed this brief overview of Market Delta built on the CQG platform. This is a professional interface, and you're getting a look at how professional trading is done. All right, and there you have it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Remember, if you sign up as a Day Trader Pro subscriber or an Elite subscriber, you will get access to this template, and you can install this on your own computer. Market Delta typically gives their clients a 14-day trial. But to our TradePro subscribers, you could take advantage of a 30-day unlimited trial. And in addition to that, we'll give you our template that we've designed with all of our custom indicators, so you can look at the same information that we do in our trading room. Thanks a bunch. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, and let us know what do you want to learn about next, and we'll create it for you. Until next time, manage your risk and trade like a trade pro. Take care and have a great day.